Aaron Palouse with Vista Defense Training. With all of the Kydex and holster manufacturers out there these days, you probably really can't go too terribly wrong when you're looking for a more along the lines of a custom-made Kydex holster or sheath. One particular company that's local to Colorado Springs is SoCo Kydex. I've done some work with them. Some of the folks that I shoot with have also done business with them as well, and they do nice work. They are a smaller company, so there is a bit of a time between when you place your order and when you receive your product, but that's just the way it is. They do pay pretty close attention to details, and when you're discussing the project with them, they will make suggestions as to how to make the product better or better fit your needs. So what I'll do is go through the products that I have purchased from them, and that way you can kind of get an idea of what they look like and how they're constructed and made and so forth. They are quite reasonable. That is a nice point. These days, American-made products tend to be a little bit more on the expensive side, but being a local shop, they are able to hold the prices at a pretty good point. So let's go take a look and see what SoCo Kydex has to offer, at least what I have purchased from them.
The first item I had them make was a knife sheath for my SOG Seal Pup that I would attach to my battle belt. Works quite nicely. It's getting smoother as the knife is being inserted and removed from the holster. Again, really nice job using standard plastic attachments for the MOLLE itself. The second item I had them make was a dual mag pouch for my XDS-9. I'm probably going to have to take this back and have a little less of a curve, or a little bit of the curve taken out. I think it'll fit my body a little bit better, and probably have them put a little bit of Kydex or some sort of spacer in between here where the belt goes through. It tends to move around just a little bit. I'd like it a little bit more snug. Single retention screw. When I originally had him build this particular mag pouch, I did make a mistake. I took these two 7-round magazines in with it so that he could use these as the pattern. The problem is I generally carry the 9-round magazines, which have a little bit of a larger finger grip, so they have a tendency of the rear one tends to bump up to the front one. I'm hoping when they take this curve out or reduce the curve that that'll be a little bit easier. And I find that with this much of a curve, that as I'm grabbing the magazine and trying to remove it, occasionally my finger will bump the one in the rear and cause it to come loose. Not necessarily come out, but pop up at least a little bit. That's been my experience. But other than that, nice piece of work. The final piece that I had them make was a holster for my Glock 17 with an X300 light, and it turned out really well. Had the top part here left extended somewhat, so that if in the future I wanted to put some sort of hood or something like that over the top, they could easily retrofit that. I do believe they are using the hood from Blade Tech, if I remember correctly. Has the tension screws here on the side. The nice thing about this particular unit is it is set up to accept the G-code RTI wheel adapter, whatever it is called. So they simply mount this plate on here, slide it into the appropriate pins, push the lock, and you're good to go. So you could use this, in this case, a drop leg holster. You could do something like a puck on your battle belt, or a regular carry belt, doesn't matter. So you get the ability to interchange. Quite a nice little system.